topics and opinions expressed in the following show are solely those of the hosts and their guests and not those of W4CY Radio, its employees, or affiliates. We make no recommendations or endorsements for radio show programs, services, or products mentioned on air or on our web. No liability, explicit or implied, shall be extended to W4CY Radio, its employees, or affiliates. Any questions or comments should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for choosing W4CY Radio.
Welcome to the Eat and Critique Show with restaurant critics Steve-O and Sophia. Brought to you by one of Steve-O and Sophia's favorite Incontro Italian cuisine and steakhouse located on the Walk in Coral Springs. Now, sit back while award-winning restaurant critics Steve-O and Sophia share with you the good, the bad, and the ugly in South Florida dining.
Good evening. Welcome to the Eat and Critique TV show. Tonight we are live at Rino's of Boca. We have Rino Apria with us. I have my co-host Steve-O, me, Sophia, and Danny, the manager. So Rino, congratulations first. 1 year.
Yes.
You've been here 1 year.
We did it.
Congratulations.
We did it. We pulled a nice year off, and we want to thank all our customers and people that supported us, for really propelling us, because you guys really supported us and we really appreciate it. And thank you again very, very much.
It's because you have a great restaurant here.
Thank you.
I got to tell, I haven't even told Reno this. When we did our show here last time, and we have a different restaurant just about every week, and we've had some pretty fine restaurants, we got more mail for Reno's than any restaurant we've done, including Steve Monterano's.
Wow.
That's amazing.
That's a standing ovation.
That's amazing. And what's funny,
Thank you for that. But I got to tell you, you know what?
because
Steve Monterano does a fantastic job too. I think it's because Steve hides behind the kitchen. Steve's a great cook, but he's behind the stove. I get around and about. So, maybe that's why I had that a little up. But Steve has a phenomenal restaurant.
He's scary looking. He scares me.
Well, that's because I pay for somebody to work out. Steve works out on his own.
But I got to tell you, so many people are talking about Reno's.
Yes.
So we had a listener who called. She said, my husband and I and my kids want to come there. How do we get there exactly? And I said, you know what? Come up, because we're going to give away a $150 gift certificate tonight, and that'll pay for the parking. And then and she said, "Oh, we want to come. We need reservations." You know what nights should people make reservations on?
Well, we're open 7 days a week. Now we're going to our summer schedule, so we'll be open Tuesday to Sunday.
Right.
But, you really can make a reservation anytime. It's just that you just can't make a reservation on Friday and Saturday 2 hours before.
Especially
if you don't know what you're doing 2 days before, then you know what, Reno's, I guess, and Monterano's is not the place you're going to.
Yeah. You guys do look like twins.
Well, don't remind me, because he gets all my gifts. They bring him my gifts, and they say, Reno, this is for you. And you think he tells them I'm not Reno?
We're going to go into the history.
Yes.
But before I want to congratulate you. You got the hottest restaurant in town.
Thank you.
And it's not gone to your head. People say who've gone to the restaurant how great the service was. Not just the food. Food's important, but service. People, one of the first things they say, the service is amazing. And that is how the restaurants are run.
Yes, there's a great story of how this all came about.
We're going to get it.
This is the most
unbelievable
like
story.
Cool.
Well, like I said, if you read it, it's very interesting. John Ferrolito, first of all, he's the founder of Arizona Iced Tea.
Yeah,
that's the St. James. We didn't get to that yet, but he's the founder of Arizona Iced Tea. And he used to go to Angelo's, where my father bought in 1970, and John used to deliver water and beer. And he built a relationship with my father. That's how I met Mr. Ferrolito.
And you were there too.
Yes, I was like 10, 11 years old.
Kid.
I think I was 11 when I met John, Mr. Ferrolito. And it was great because he used to park his truck across the street on Fridays. I think it was Fridays. And my father and him would have pasta fagioli. Right? So my father built the relationship through Mr. Ferrolito through his stomach. So basically, friendship flourished. Then, of course, everybody goes their own way. Mr. Ferrolito then, this is interesting, this story. He then bought routes not Arizona routes. Arizona was not even a dream yet. He bought routes for beer and water all over. And he then delivered to my other restaurant that I opened, Ario in Brooklyn. And he was delivering to Ponte Vecchio, which now I own.
Yes.
And co-own with my partner.
But you
Enzo
learned the
Nicola.
restaurant business from a kid.
Well, I had no choice. I didn't speak English, and I got thrown out of school. So, I mean,
In that order?
Reno, you
That-
got thrown out of
well, I
school.
got asked to leave.
What'd you do?
Which I'm very proud. I didn't do any of that. I couldn't speak English.
Oh.
So they put me in a French class. My parents don't know. I don't understand something. My son is can't speak English. You don't even put him in an Italian class. You put him in a French class.
That's amazing. Now, what was the name of your restaurant when you opened?
Okay. So Angelo's on Mulberry Street is our family restaurant.
People know that.
Then I propelled and we opened up Ario Restaurant in Bay Ridge, which was one of the hottest places for 23 years, my cousin and I. And then we split up. He retired, I went on my own, and I took over Ponte Vecchio. And along the way, Mr. Ferolito says that he wanted a restaurant in Boca.
And look where he picks.
And
The best place around.
you can't have a better partner than John Ferolito and Ron Cohn.
No kidding.
Okay. First, they know what they want, their business, they know how to market. And you know what? The most important thing is that they really believe in their products. As you can tell.
And they believed in you.
Well, that was the whole thing, that John and Ron, they wanted a restaurant. They just wanted me. But they wanted me because they knew that I knew what I know how to do. That this is the restaurant they wanted. They wanted my food. They wanted my atmosphere. They wanted my energy. And you know what?
These are all your recipes.
These are all the family recipes, and some recipes we have specials. But that's the story behind Mr. Ferolito and Ron.
Wow.
Ron Cohn I met through John because they own the country club in New York, Due Process.
Oh, they own the country
Yes,
club.
beautiful. One of the exclusive country clubs in
I didn't
New
know.
Jersey and country. Due Process.
Do you golf?
I golf. I golf. Let's leave it at that. I golf.
Well, I got to tell everybody, I'm really, right before the show, I got a text
Yeah.
from Laura Trump, who is the daughter-in-law of Donald Trump. And then you tell me that Donald used to eat at Angelo's?
Yes, frequent all the time. Angelo's.
Reagan, we know, did.
Reagan, we did. Donald Trump, and all celebrities went to Angelo's, and Mr. Ferolito and Mr. Cohn. They're friendly with Mr. Trump, and they also belong to Trump National, I think, in Palm
Right,
Beach
Palm Beach.
and
Well,
Mar-a-Lago.
Right.
Mar-a-Lago. So
Right.
they know each other. But it was an honor that she tried to come on the show.
It is.
Well, I got to
It is.
tell you, I am, when I talk to Rino, let's do a show from here. And I wish we could do a lot of shows from here. This is, and listen, so many Italian restaurants in town. For you to come to this town and just take over. People are, hey, I came in, it was long waiting list. There's a reason for that.
Right.
The food, when we dined here, we can't wait to do our show
Thank
from
you.
here again.
And like I said, it's a perfect combination. John Ferolito, Ron Cohn, you got me. And then, we get into the part where we said, like, Danny, the service. Danny came aboard with us, and he really brought the dining room together. Because, you need a front of the house, you need a back of the house.
He's been at some good restaurants too.
Danny knows Boca. He's been at some of the finest restaurants down here, and he does a fantastic job. He's able to relate. He knows what he wants in his employees.
People
and
know him.
and they know, but he stays on top of the employees because he wants the service that he would want in a restaurant, and that's how we run this establishment. Mr. Ferolito, Mr. Cohn made it very clear. We want to run this as like a family enterprise. We want to make people feel good. That's the whole point of this. We don't need volume. We need quantity and quality of our food, and we want our customers to leave here happy. We can have a line out the door for an hour and a half. You know what? What is that going to get us if they have to wait?
But you're
People
fun
sit
too.
down.
You make it
Place
fun.
is fun. We have entertainment right now.
Right.
And you never know who you're going to
Tuesday
see
to
here.
No.
You never know who you're
No.
going to see.
This is the most happening restaurant in Boca, maybe possibly even Palm Beach County.
Well, we appreciate
Seriously.
We appreciate that. We know we're working very hard. A lot of work. goes
You're
into
right
this.
down the street from my.
Yeah,
Yes, we are.
0.3
Yeah.
miles. You
Yes.
go
That's
walk.
it.
That's how close we are.
And like I said, we'll get into all the food and everything, but I really want to get into with Danny now about the bar and what we're doing in the summer. I think it's very interesting
We saw the
Okay.
drinks.
because
I saw
my-
lychee martini.
my partner, John and Ron, they come up with some nice ideas. I might know how to cook. I might know how to walk around. walk around,
Look,
bring people.
party.
But then you
Reno.
always need that extra talent that comes in and tells you know what, why don't we do this? Why don't we do that? And they have, the funny part about it is they have a lot of say here.
Yeah.
But the say that they have makes it an impact and makes a difference. They only get involved in where they could make it better of something that we might not be thinking or missing. And that's what builds a partnership.
That's true.
They're not
That's
throwing
true.
a wrench into the
Right.
system that
So-
some owners would do.
So tell us what's
Go ahead,
happening.
explain.
One of the things Ron came up with, Mr. Cohen came up with, ladies' night. So there is ladies' night in the area, and it's usually like a set time. And Ron said, no, we're gonna have it all night. Ladies
Wow.
drink free all night. So we
Free?
started,
Oh.
we started
Some
about
drinks-
a month and a half ago. Yeah, it's not the high-end stuff, but, and we built up a really nice following.
It's
on
amazing.
Thursday.
You don't have to do that.
No,
You're doing it. That's amazing because a lot of times restaurants that aren't doing well have to do
I
something.
want to
to
know
get
what
behind.
night that
Not
is.
here. Not here.
no.
Daddy wants to know what
What night?
That's a Thursday night. So every Thursday night, it's ladies' night, and we're going to continue that through the.
And what does that mean? What is ladies' night? mean?
Ladies'
Getting
night
drink
drink free from
free.
5
Wow.
till we close.
So we close, and then you got
And it's the
specialty
truth.
menu foods where you can get for $10, but the smaller portions. But
Wow.
listen, it's something. And
Wow.
our drinks are it's half of everything, but it could be Tito's. It'll be champagne, spirits, beers,
Wow.
our house wines. I mean,
That's on the other nights, but Thursday nights,
Right.
ladies drink free.
right.
That is
Oh,
wonderful.
So what are the special menu on ladies' night
On the bites,
and the bites?
okay. The bites are. Then I'll do the bites
Okay.
and do the bites are egg panettone, baked clams, meatballs,
Wow.
chefala, it was ours each, right? Right? Then we got sliced tuna and fennel, pear salad, linguine vongole, and then our special Rino's pasta in the foil.
I remember
that's
that
what you
one.
Pasta in the foil. It's been around for 25
when you-
years.
When you think about all of these bites, you're not getting that in this town. Look at the variety you're getting.
I
And it's
know.
all quality.
It was all originated somewhere with these hands.
I can't believe it though. $10 for that.
You got to give back in
Wow.
society sometimes. We make it up on other nights.
But you know what? I'm going to say something. People don't know how prices have gone up.
Well, you want
I know you know that.
You want to get into that? We'll be here for another
I
3
mean,
segments.
Olive oil. Look at that olive
Oh,
oil.
olive oil went way up.
Everything. And we heard that. Remember, we heard pickles, like the half
Oh,
sour
the
pickles.
half-sour pickles
Well,
are
thank God.
hard.
You don't have to work.
No,
pickles.
you don't.
Now you just threw another. I got to work for pickles now.
But people go, oh, their prices are high. People don't realize
Well,
the cost of doing business has gone up.
they don't realize it. I guess you know what? We can't get into politics about how this is going to
Yeah.
change or not.
Yeah.
But the truth of the matter is that if you want to go out to any place to eat fine food, you're going to pay. Everybody knows that. You can't get the veal you're going to get here at a place that you're paying $5 or $8 less. Then you go out to dinner, you know that. You can't blame those people because they're charging different money. They buy different quality. You could buy a fake bag. You could buy a real bag. Let's face it. So we buy the real veal. And other places, they can't do that. You got pizzeria restaurants. You got lower end restaurants. Not lower end. The whole point
Right.
prices. So,
Right.
we're fortunate enough that we can do that. And that's, it's really ironic. That's the beauty of having a John Ferralito
Right.
Oh,
and a
yeah.
Ron Cohen.
Right.
All right?
Everything's going to be done first class.
Right. So,
I have an idea. Let's go buy a farm in Italy and start our own olive oil.
Oh. whatever you start, make sure you lose my number. Anything you want to start, see, I'm going to the moon. I'll be with Musk. I'm going right up there.
How
That
have,
would be
how
fun.
have things changed from, say, 10, 20 years ago in the
Oh,
restaurant?
things changed right after COVID. Things changed dramatically.
Right.
You can't even go back 10 years. Fairness, you just can't go back 10 years. Do I think that? I don't think it's terrible. I think that if we could stabilize, there's nothing that goes back. It's called stabilizing. If there's an agenda, we're all done. If this is an agenda about food and clothes and everything that's going on, then it's done. This is up to the politicians. They want me to fix it. All they got to do is call me. I said I can give my input. But every food place on is a very simple thing. Just tell us what your agenda is, and then we know. I'm being serious.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, if they could just stabilize this, if they could just work with this inflation, work with the farmers, figure out how we can supplement this to bring this down. We're never going to bring this down to 3-4 years ago, but let's stabilize it.
Right.
Right.
Let's just stabilize it. Otherwise, just tell us. Guess what? We want to give everything. We want to give everything away. We want to make everything synthetic. We want to farm everything. You know, the fish. Now they want to farm meat. What are you farming meat for? What do you want to make people crazy? You want to put worms in there? What are you doing?
Bill Gates.
But anyway,
So I want to talk about your menu.
let's go.
But I got to tell you, one of the things I loved about the restaurant here, I have this pet. We both have the same pet peeve. I don't have to ask for water. Your servers, I never had to ask one time. They were all, "Can I get you something?" You didn't feel like you were just thrown out there. And, are we going to see a server? So your servers, the way you train them, excellent.
Well, this is where again. This is why Danny's here today, not because I need somebody to look like my brother. I think Danny's here because Danny, please, because you did a lot of work in this.
Yeah,
we worked together at this to make this right.
We hired everybody from the beginning, and some stayed,
Which is not
like
easy
any
either.
restaurant. But the ones that did stay, from the area, seasoned people, and they're good people. And everybody just needs to be wanted. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
This, like Rino said before, this is our home. We want everybody that comes here, including our employees, that this is their home. When you leave, as soon as you drop the car off at the valet, till the minute you leave, our focus is on the guest, and it will always be.
Wow.
Thank you, Danny. To touch the menu, I think.
Well, let's go there.
I think you're putting some videos of food up there. Is that correct?
I didn't get any food. We got videos of your restaurant.
Restaurants, and I sent a little bit of food, but anyway.
Is she running?
She might be running. I saw the pictures of me, Ronald Reagan.
Right.
I saw the pictures of
your restaurant.
Angelo's of
Angelo's.
Little Italy in Amityville,
Right.
which is my sister Tina.
There's one
She's doing
right
a
there.
fantastic job.
And then
That's Pontevecchio in Bay Ridge, Brooklyn.
Right.
And like I said, the food that I sent to you, if it didn't make it there, it's food that we traditionally have in all these restaurants. You know, that's Angelo's. Look, Al Capone's out there. See Al Capone? There he is. You know, but our food is authentically from our family. You know, anybody can make a marsala. It's how what do we do differently? That's the thing I can't tell you.
Oh, I was gonna add.
If I tell you everything, what are we gonna do then? Then you're gonna open up another restaurant. You're gonna put that little thing that we put in is different.
But I'm
See,
Greek. I'm Greek, so I'm gonna have a little.
I'm Greek somewhere too. I'm from Naples, Italy, so I got to be Greek somewhere.
That's true.
So there's somebody who might be listening tonight that I told a friend of his just moved here. Sylvester Stallone.
We get cousin Billy comes in. Billy.
I told him, I'm telling him right now, Sylvester, if you're watching the show, which I heard you've listened to before, you got to come here. I know you're looking for new restaurants. You got to come to Rino's. I want to throw that in. Let's get to the menu. Let's start off with appetizers.
Here we go. Chefalade, huge seller and we put broccoli and we put shaved Parmesan on top. I'm going to different things. Then we'll get the traditionals: sliced tuna and fennel with orange. Something a little different.
I bet their tuna is so fresh.
And then you have the octopus salad. Then we have our famous spadini alla romana. It's been made in our family. My father made it on Merv Griffin. We're going back to Merv Griffin.
Wow.
All right, it's going back. He spoke no English, and Merv and him, they figured out how to make a spadini. Imagine this on Merv Griffin. Unbelievable. That's for mozzarella, fresh.
So what we're doing right now is we're kind of telling you how to order when you come in.
Yes, well, all right. That's our meatball is phenomenal.
Oh,
phenomenal.
We had meatball.
We
did.
Well, you can have it tonight. If you don't fight now, we don't have enough time. But I'm saying what we can do is tonight after we're done, you taste the meatball
special.
My hands. my hands that we've been making it since 1968, 69, 70. It's the same recipe over and over and over again.
Private sauce.
Right, that's our sauce, right?
I know.
Sauce is everything. And you want to go down, let's go down to the pasta. Obviously, we got the crab sauce. Everybody talks about the pasta and the four, but the crab sauce is phenomenal. All our restaurants, Angelo's, Little Italy in Amityville, Pontevecchio in Bay Ridge, Brooklyn, Rino's of Boca, we all have the same sauces.
That's one of the pastas that people come and say, we came here because of that.
Because of this right here?
Is it the blue crab or what
blue
kind
crab,
of crab?
blue claw crab, and then we put lump crab meat when we cook it at the end, and it sweetens it up. See? Now you're not Greek anymore. See? And then we have our homemade gnocchi that we make. It's unbelievable. It's been in our family for many, many years. Obviously, the pasta and the fill, but that sells on its own. That's like a Honda. It sells on its own.
But this is your number one dish.
Number one is the pasta and the foil. Number two.
Okay.
The pasta and the foil is what I had, and that was incredible.
It was incredible, right? That's now at the end you put cognac. You don't burn it
that's
off.
why
I told you a little secret. You put the
That's why
cognac
it
in at
was.
the end, and then you put the Parmesan cheese. Like a little kiss, boom, and boom, you bring it out. Right? And of course, then we can go into the fish here. We sell a lot of fish. We sell a lot of fish. We sell the bronzini flies out. Now, red snapper. Let's touch on the red snapper because Florida red's great. But I come to Florida on vacation. I don't want the Florida red. I come to sit on the beach, nice, suntan lotion. I don't want to eat the Florida red. We use the red from the Carolinas, from the Caribbean, thick red that we use in New York. You know, so it's real delicious. Thick, big red.
I didn't know there was a difference.
Well, there's fish, yellow tail, red. It's all good fish.
Right.
But that's just when you come here, you get the red snapper. It's thick. It looks like meat. Okay, it's not thin.
See, I love
See, these are the small details. You know, these are the things why you pay more, but you're getting more.
Right.
You're getting exactly what people like is in red snapper.
We had a viewer who wanted to know about the bronzini.
Right.
Do you fillet it? Do you cut the head off? How do you serve it?
What we do here, other restaurants in New York, I keep it whole. Over here, we butterfly it because just what you said. Jacques Cousteau, I'm not. So the bottom line is I have enough time with the head, with the tail. So we butterfly it. We take everything out. We just give you a little tail like this, you know, boom. And that's it. If you don't want the tail, we got the tail.
No tail.
No tail. All right, we got the tail. All right, it's obese. What do you think you're going to get?
Hey, when I go to Greece, I make them cut everything
You
out.
do?
I
Okay,
do
so
not
then-
like to see my.
I respect that. Now, another question. Am I talking too much?
You're doing
No,
fine.
we love it.
Because you have to. I'm on a
You love
time
this.
clock. I'm on a
Oh,
clock.
no.
We got to get Danny in still. We still got to get Danny.
Well, we have an hour.
Swordfish. Nobody serves a lot of swordfish, but we serve it so special. We got fresh tomatoes we chop up. We put yellow pepper, red pepper, a little bit of eggplant. We put it right on top. Nice.
Eggplant.
Unbelievable. Yeah.
And
Very
you know
nice.
what? It's hard to find good swordfish. People know how to prepare it. That was some of the problems that we've had in the past.
Right.
People didn't. I mean, it was
I
tough.
haven't eaten swordfish since the last one I
Well,
had.
you might eat it here. And then when we
I
go to the
probably
meat,
would.
we sell a ton of scallopini because we're going back to the veal now.
Mhm.
The veal here, I think you had it once, you cut it with a fork.
Wow.
And it's very tender. We sell a lot of veal chops. Veal chop Valastana, veal chop palm. And then we sell a ton of the, what you call it, franchise.
I've actually seen Rino cook
Oh, sure.
on TikTok.
Oh, I've seen
Yeah,
it
well,
on
my
TikTok
TV, you like
and
that, huh?
Instagram.
Instagram. Do you see the horse running around the restaurant? Did I see that?
But it's just so natural to you.
Hey, it's natural. You know,
He's been doing it since
I
he's,
know.
what, 10 years
I
old?
cooked my first egg when standing on a stove when I was about 5.5, 6 years old. And then I made my first fish with my father when I was about 7 years old, standing on those stoves that you open up. You have to stand.
Yeah.
Remember, I'm not that big now. Imagine then, you know. And like I said, to finish up the menu, it's you can get a variety of this menu. You've got over 55, 60 items that you have that you can pick from. And the portions are very big. So
They
we know.
are.
you
they are
might say
large.
it's pricey, like you said before, but it's not pricey.
I don't think
what-
yours is pricey.
Look what you're getting for you're getting live entertainment, which Danny's going to get into. You're getting a
Danny's gonna
beautiful
sing.
decor. Okay,
It is
It's a
beautiful,
beautiful
in
decor.
here. It is.
That's one of the things I
And-
wanted to talk about. It is
It is beautiful.
absolutely
yeah. Ron
beautiful.
Cohen did a great job designing the place. You know,
It's very classy
Yeah,
and
you think you're in
elegant.
New York City.
You do.
You do. You feel like
You
you're-
do,
Chicago in the city, or even South Beach.
right?
what I want to touch on now, if we're done with the menu, unless you want to continue with the menu.
We have one more thing.
Go ahead.
Dessert.
Yes.
Oh,
the
dessert.
tiramisu.
Tiramisu's in-house. The cheesecake is in-house. We got our gelatos, pistachio. It was unbelievable. Okay.
Are the gelatos homemade?
The gelatos are home. Okay. And then we have
I'm
profiterole rolls.
still with
Profiterole, but the tiramisu is amazing.
That's my
Amazing.
favorite.
And then we have our cannolis. Hey, what are you going to do? Leave the gun, take the cannoli, right? I don't know.
And you saw the wine list. And you said
I
they have
did
a
see the
beautiful
wine list.
Well, we're
wine
working on the wine list now. What I feel about the wine list now is that, you know what, I know after a year now, me and Daddy discussed this over and over again. We have like 120. I want to shrink it to what people really would like,
Right.
because I feel now that I know people after a year and a couple of months that they know what they want. So I want to give it to them, and I want to put wines that you can't find all over. And I think it'll sell more and move more.
Right.
That's my opinion. Also, what we're doing is that starting in mid-June, you know, like Opus, Tinganello,
Yes.
Camus. Well, guess what?
Yes.
When you come here, this is the beauty of having John Ferralito and Ron Cohn as your partners. We're going to be a place that you could actually come here and get a bottle of Opus where you can't get it anywhere else with the price that we're going to put it at.
Are you
Okay,
serious?
I can't give you a price yet because you know what? But it's, you're gonna, when I get it, you're gonna knock your socks off. Okay, because we're gonna really bring it to the people because we can. We're gonna still make money on it, but we're not gonna make it.
That's very expensive.
It's okay,
So I'm
but
like
now
shocked that.
we're gonna mark it up just 1.5. How's that?
Oh,
You know
That's
what?
amazing. That's amazing.
I want to see people drink it.
One of
I
the other
wanna
things we're
drink
gonna do in
it.
the summer is maybe do like some wine dinners, where you get one of these, like Opus or one of these companies
to
and have a wine dinner and
complement
match,
Do a pairing.
match his food to that wine,
Oh,
and that'll be fun. We have a nice room back there that we can use, fits 35, 36 people.
That is a
In
nice
our
room.
private dining room.
What about, do your servers, if someone needs a suggestion on wine for their meal, do your servers know?
Sure.
do you have a sommelier here?
No, but we've all been around this business
Enough
long
to
enough to know, what goes with wine and the wines that we have here with pairs well. Most people that dine here already know what they want.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
like Reno was saying before, they know their wines. Like they want Kim Crawford or they want Bell Gloss. You put these wines that are just as good, but they don't know the name. They know it's a Pinot Noir, but they don't know the name. So we're trying to
We're
get that
educating
too.
them, and now we're getting them away from all that. We're bringing Danny,
Right.
and Danny and I are bringing them to wines that we got wines from California they never heard of, wines from Italy that they never heard of.
Right.
You're educating the customer.
I got to get one story in for, because I want to go to this also.
Right.
But the first time I spoke to Reno, I said, "Where do I know you from?" I'm going to admit this. I watched The Housewives.
Oh, right. Thank you.
The New Jersey Housewives. And there was these two sisters on there, and they were wonderful. And then one of them, husband was on there. Reno,
The star.
the star.
What do you expect? Look at me.
I can't believe all the housewife shows. I knew this one right here,
Yeah,
and
so
I'd seen Reno on the show.
yeah, my wife did a good job. You know what? Like I sing. I sing once in a while. I mean, I don't get a
You've heard
standing.
him sing.
I don't get a standing ovation for that.
You
But
do it
anyway,
Reno's
I do it
way.
Reno's way, right? But my wife's a beautiful woman. My sister-in-law is beautiful. But my wife is very special and dear to me. And it's something that came about that was presented to the family, and
Was that a hard decision?
it was a very difficult decision because I know it's not Little House on the Prairie. Okay, but you're not going on there because they want you to. You're going on these shows because that's what they're about.
Right.
And I'm not taking anything from it. You know what I'm not taking nothing from that. And I will tell you that I enjoyed myself, as best as you could. And unfortunately, sometimes you take twists and turns that you don't like. But again, it's not Little House on the Prairie.
So my friend Kathleen Stallone, who was married to his wife's father, and they were going to do a Housewives of Wellington.
Well, I think they're still trying to do something, right?
They asked her to be on it, and she refused because they told her she had to be a character that she was not.
Oh, see, I don't know how. Right. Well, I can tell you, I don't know about the Stallones, but I can tell you that as far as if you're asking a question about Housewives, it's not scripted. Okay, it's let's put it this way: you put 6 people somewhere, and then you take those 6 people and just separate them. Like you put 3 people in the car going nowhere, and 3 people in another car going somewhere, and then you switch those people on the way home. Any normal thing, the conversation is going to get convoluted and it's going to get mixed up, and you got yourself a show.
And you were on when I saw that hot stuff.
Me and Joe Giudice, I just went to visit him in the Bahamas. Joe, if you're hearing, God bless you. You know, me and him stay
How is
really
he?
great friends, and he's a great father,
Yes.
great person, and real. You know, I got to tell you, real. But you know, like I said, there's no regrets on the show.
I never watched House
I had to
Wives.
get that in.
Yeah.
No, because I mean, that was some of the best shows back then because it was the Teresa they were getting raised right before they went to prison.
Yeah, like I said, it's in the past.
Now, don't tell me they didn't really. That was just fake. That they didn't really go to prison.
No, I didn't know about myself. It's a sad thing.
It
It's a
is.
sad
It
thing.
is. Okay, so we got to talk about this.
Okay,
So
so
let me
How did
start.
it start?
Can I start?
Yeah.
Let's start with the restaurants because then we can get them out of the way. So you know, obviously, I'm Rino from Ponte Vecchio in Bay Ridge, Brooklyn, right? And then we have Angela's Little Italy, which is my sister. And by the way, if she's listening, she's doing a fantastic job. You know, she's doing that all on her own. I was supposed to be part of that, and unfortunately, I just can't split myself in two places. And she took over. She's been running the reins and she's doing it all by herself. And I got to tell you, great job,
what's
Wow.
your sister's name?
Tina.
Good job, Tina.
And she's doing a great job. And by the way, I'm going to be in Amityville next week. So on Monday. So if anybody wants to come and see the star right, and the chef, I'll be there next Monday. Okay. And then, like I said, it's a great experience. Also, Ron and John are involved with How You Doing? Which
Oh,
and,
what a
and
great
Gary,
name.
okay, so they're affiliated with all that too.
How you doing? Like dough and
Dough and
Dough.
Pizza.
Dough.
Great name, right?
That's great.
HYD.
I've read about them actually, starting
Yes.
that.
Garrett is
was
Garrett's the
wonderful.
proprietor of that too. So is John and Ron, and John's son, John Jr. They have the one over here on Spanish River.
Right.
They opened now a restaurant pizzeria in 441 called How You Doing. They're
What a
now
great
working
name.
on 4 months right here on Palmetto. Okay.
Walking distance.
Walking distance
Oh,
from here.
wow.
And guess what? I spoke to them today, and they're really willing
Oh,
to
we
do
gotta
something
get
with you
one.
guys, hopefully in the next couple of months.
That'd be great. Because I actually read about
Best pizza.
them.
Portnier gave them close to an 8 or something.
And we were
Portnier.
going to contact them, but I had no idea.
I'll give
they
you all the
were part
contacts.
of.
Yes,
Okay.
they're part.
That's
That's
easy.
It's Ron's son-in-law,
Okay.
and John Ferrolito's involved in it. So is John's son, John Jr.
What
Ferrolito.
made them want to get the pizza?
Oh, that's a great story.
But seriously,
Ready? I don't know if I'm running out of time. I'm only talking
You've
fast
got
because
plenty of time.
Oh, we got
Con, click,
No, we have
click.
plenty of time.
Okay, good. This is a
they're going to
fascinating
say
story.
they're going to start the game late.
Let's see.
Yeah, I'm going to Panther game tonight.
Go
I was
Panthers!
invited to the Panther game.
Woo!
I can't wait to go.
and-
Go
And then tomorrow
Panthers!
night, I'm going to be in the garden watching the Rangers. That's
Oh.
where my heart is. But today, I'm going right after this. Boom! Right to the Panther game. So Ron's son-in-law, Garrett, okay, was a foodie, loved foodie. He was never involved in the business. They shut the whole world down. This guy benefited from shutting the whole world down. He sat home and he tried to perfect this dough. He put it in test tubes. He put everything in there, watching it grow. He put the kids to bed. He goes, oh, the wife is watching it while he's putting the kids to bed. They had to put it in the perfect temperature and everything. How are you? Great to see you. So all of a sudden, he finally perfects this dough. He starts selling it just, in the neighborhood, just to people because you couldn't go out. Well, I mean, not as bad as
It
New
was
York,
during COVID.
but it's during COVID. So all of a sudden, after like 6, 7, 8, 9 months, he goes, wow, I'm on to something. That's how this
You
came
started
about.
with dough.
He started with doing this was not gimmick. It was just something he did.
I have a question about that. Everybody that's in the pizza business claim that it's the water. Is that true or
You know what?
not?
I got to tell you.
What good water?
I
Not just water.
I can't give you that answer. I'll tell you why, because I didn't ask him that. But I can tell you that his dough was ranked the highest.
Highest?
Yes. Okay.
So it's the
I don't want to
yeast.
talk for him. I
Right.
don't want to speak for him because he runs a very, very, very immaculate, beautiful place. So he's very particular of what he buys and what he does.
Like
and
you.
Yes, but I'm going to save that for him to explain that because I don't want to talk about
Getting
Right.
good feedback.
It's phenomenal.
Oh,
How
there's
you
been a
doing?
lot of good
Phenomenal.
write-ups about
Forget
that.
it. Phenomenal.
They
This
have
is
that.
just a pizzeria salad over here. Then they expanded to 441 and
Wait,
which has
that's the one.
fabulous appetizers, fabulous salads. And then he got meatballs too. But his salads and his
Where's
appetizers are
it at,
fantastic.
boy?
441. 441. I don't know. I'm not an
Okay.
alligator. I have no clue.
Yeah.
441. But I'm saying, it's 441. It's how you're doing, and believe me, I tell you, it's phenomenal. But that's the story. The bottom line is that he started this in his house as a gimmick, just to do it for the neighborhood.
Wow.
And he could tell you the story better when if you get together with him. So
We'll
that's
get
one of
together.
the things. And then the most intriguing thing
is
is this St. James. So you got the guy, the founder, John Ferrolito, who finds Arizona. Okay.
And I love Arizona.
Now he's not
tea.
involved with Arizona anymore. He moved on, and they started. Ron Cohen and John Ferrolito started St. James. Look at this.
What's the difference between this?
It's just the flavors. It's just the flavors.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
organic.
everything. They got 7 or 8 different flavors. Yes, I was going to get that. It's organic, grams 0. You got calories 0. I mean, no sugar. It's like very low
And the
percentage of sugar.
packaging is like, you can feel the packaging.
Recyclable.
Where can people buy
It
this?
feels
Well,
like it's
again,
full,
I'm not
too.
educated fully, but I know Costco. I know
Okay.
your local groceries.
I've seen this at
Joseph's
Costco.
down
Joseph's.
in, by the mall in Boca.
Airports, some airports have them, but they're in a bunch of places.
I like these flavors: raspberry,
These are all
and blueberry.
teas.
Yeah.
This one's pineapple and
Blood orange.
But the
mango.
key is the calories, the
Yes.
sugar, and
Yes.
it's organic.
Yeah.
And anybody that tastes it loves it. But they're all over, and like I said, but I know Costco for
Raspberry.
sure. I
Way to
know-
go, John.
Yeah, John and Ron. John Furley
John
and
and
Ron.
Ron. Way to go.
Reno's been drinking this one.
Well, this is my favorite one.
That's the
Red
one I was
raspberry, I
gonna
love.
try.
I'll get you a when we're done, red raspberry.
No,
gotta
they're
taste the
all
raw.
good. They all
Blood
look
orange is
good.
good.
I gotta see if my family's watching. What do you want me to do? You guys told me to do this. You told me to come down to Florida. I'm only kidding. Love you guys, Giovanni, Teresa. I miss you guys. I'll be back tomorrow.
Tell us your hours.
Go ahead, Dan.
Well, we're open right now. We're open 7 days a week. We just started from 5 to 10. Starting in the summer, we'll be closed on Mondays, same hours, 5 to 10. So we're open Tuesday through Sunday, starting June, 5 to 10. We only serve dinner. We have music. Right now, we have music 5 days a week, but coming summertime, it'll be Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Great
And a
entertainment.
reminder again that ladies' night is every Thursday with live
Whoa.
music.
I love
The
that.
place is tremendous. People have a lot of fun. And then we're also starting the summer wind starting next week, which you get half off everything. We spoke about some of those things. Some of it, half off all the drink items. And then we have those bar bites that we talked about.
I don't know if you got my video. Summer wind.
I
Come on,
did.
Did you get
I
this?
So
did
it
get
fits-
You
the
get it?
video.
Come on, doesn't it fit it? Isn't it great?
I loved it.
Wasn't
You
that
were on
great?
the
I mean,
beach,
like I said,
right?
I can't sing, but I try.
I think you sing very
Well,
well.
we got a little surprise
you ready for this?
you.
I like
look,
the name of
look.
it. He was on the beach when he did it.
Across the sea. Come to Reno's. Starting May. 6 days a week.
Now, since this place
From 5 to 7.
feels like New York,
Not bad, right?
how
I
about
think you're
your New
good.
York song?
Oh, that's cooking my way. And
My Way.
doing
Did
Reno's way.
Reno's way.
I tried to put that back on.
Oh, you
but I
can't get
couldn't
it on?
Find it.
Oh,
I
they
couldn't
would
find
love
it.
it.
And Rebel, I didn't know if you could find it because I had sent that
What's
to
her
you.
name?
Rebel.
Rebel.
You
Rebel.
tore your
She's our
dress.
producer.
Rebel, you had it.
Rebel.
Rebel, you got 15 minutes. Try to find it. I really would hate to sing it.
No, I like this thing.
No, I
Thank
want to
Go
let people.
ahead, Reno.
Thank you.
Hit it.
Uh,
Let's hear it.
we'll do it maybe for the grand salami.
Salami.
All right. Danny, about the parties.
Yeah, so what we want to do is in the afternoons, we're not open for lunch, but we want to do like engagement parties and
Aw.
bachelorette parties. We're starting to advertise all of that.
Communions.
Communions.
And unfortunately, we're going to start I mean, Brooklyn, we do, people have losses. We do a reprieve menu.
Reprieve menu. So
Those
after
are
the
really good
after the
ideas.
service, you come
actually.
and
Yep.
family gets together.
You
And
know,
then
It's
after-
just like a real Italian
Right,
thing.
and the
Sunday
restaurant will be
meal.
closed.
close in the
during the
afternoon and
afternoon.
keeping be on the
So it'll
Tuesday.
be a private event for them. So
Why?
we're looking, we're going to start.
Are you doing any catering at all?
We do off-premise catering.
Yes, we do off premise catering. Just
If you want something different, it's not just your normal Italian or food. I would have this I would
We
have
do a
Reno
lot of.
catered.
We did about so far since we opened about 20 off-premise catering parties.
Nice.
And the most important thing is that we do New Year's Eve, which is phenomenal. Here. We only take 120 people. You know, we do it right. You know, there's no.
Right,
Pre-fixed
where you
menu?
pack them in.
Well, you
and
can't
they,
do a
like,
pre-fish because it's a party. You know, so we give,
Right.
but still 3 courses. We had a phenomenal New Year's. We had a champagne girl here outside with 100 glasses of champagne
Yeah.
for our anniversary. It was great. Standing outside was beautiful.
Why didn't you tell me?
And you hadn't been open that long.
A year,
Oh, yeah, that was our
Little
1 year
over a
anniversary.
year.
1 year.
March, right?
March 18th. Yeah.
18th.
We can never forget that.
So Reno's the Michelangelo of Italian food.
Oh, thank you. That's
Oh.
a great compliment.
Got to give away the 2 gifts.
Oh, we
$150 gift.
each, really?
Yeah.
Wow, Reno, thank you.
Well, you know, listen, like I said,
So-
John, Ron, and I, you know what? We're givers.
You are
Yes.
givers.
Yep.
Thank you. So callers, call in or write to us, www.eatandcritiquetvshow.com. Say you want to win that gift certificate. Give me your name, address, and we'll mail it. Call in 561. What's our number? I forget. 954 Rebel. What's our number? Okay, it's coming up, guys. 561-623-9429. Again, 561-623-9429. Call in to win a gift certificate or go to our website and write to us and we'll send it out. Thank you. Do you have anything you want to add?
Oh, just that the place is, as we've been talking about, is phenomenal. It is. I've been in this town for 30 years. In this business for about 18 years in Boca. And every night I go to just about every table and I get the best vibe that I could. It's so rewarding to hear the person say, oh, you know, we went down the block or we went over there.
Yeah.
And your food, which is Reno's.
So everything's
Uh,
out. It takes everybody.
It's
It takes everybody.
correct. Is the best in town, as you've said it a few times since you're on. And between the entertainment, which just the whole atmosphere, as soon as you walk in that door, is so vibrant and up that you want to come. And then they tell people, and that's the best advertisement, telling people, hey, you know, I was in Reno's the other night. You got to go check it out.
You do feel the energy when you walk in.
That's
It
because
is
of the
high
people in the place.
energy.
It's because of us who are
Right.
running the place.
You
And,
feel your personalities in here.
yep. And you know what? This was on my note to end my side. Okay. This was probably. I've opened up 4 restaurants. This was probably one of my toughest and one of my proudest
Why tough?
because I had to come from New York and I never did anything outside of the 5 boroughs.
Wow.
So I didn't have a team. It's like moving the Yankees.
And Boca's
And you-
different.
And you can't take the team with you. You know, you got to build the Yankees now with the Marlins.
Right.
Good luck.
Oh,
All right, good luck. So but this is probably one of this.
Excuse me.
Yes.
You have a caller. Song is on the line.
Song. Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Sung. Thank you for calling in. You're the winner.
You're the winner.
Winner. And I know where you
I
live.
Well, when you come in, make sure you ask for Reno or Danny.
Oh, of course I will. You guys look fabulous. I'm
Thank
watching
you.
you on YouTube.
Thank
Can't
you.
wait to
Thank
see
you.
you.
And thank you very much for calling in.
And
At
you-
least I know one person was watching.
And you have to ask for Reno.
It'd be a pleasure.
She's a very good friend
I
of
cannot
mine.
wait.
Oh, you see,
So,
so guess what?
yay.
This is like selling a vacuum cleaner on Abbott and Costello. So I wanted somebody in the family took it. Oh, just when I thought I had a new customer.
You do.
I just
Thank
want to
you.
welcome
Thank you, son.
Connected
Thank you. I
and
appreciate it. So,
Thank you,
can't wait to
Sung.
hear.
I'll give it to you in person. How about that?
That's beautiful.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you.
I just want to tell you great energy
Thank
on the show.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
So Sophie, Steve. So
Okay, I won't take any more of your time.
Bye, Sung.
Thank you.
It means a lot to me. My closing argument and statement is going to be, let's say, is that this was the toughest project that I was up against because of that I came here with Franco. We had to put together in the kitchen alone about 12 people that I'd never met in my life.
Mhm.
So
Wow.
I was really proud of that. And to have John Ferolino and Ron Cohn wanting a restaurant with me, just think about who they could have picked.
Yeah.
They had a pick of anything. They had a pick of anything. And I am really so proud of that. And that's what made me work so hard and make sure that I put my heart and soul into this because they believed in me. But this was not an easy thing to put together
I'm sure it was.
because it's 1,100 miles away from what I'm accessible
Right. So how did you two hook up? Was it because of the restaurant you
Well,
were?
before this was Frank and Dino's.
I used to come to
When I was the
Frank.
manager there, and Ron asked me to join the team. And me and Reno met one day in
to.
Deerfield.
Deerfield in a diner, and we hit it
We
off.
put the kitchen together and the staff together, and it's still going.
And like I said, I'm proud of this. I spent a lot of time here, put a lot of effort into it.
Do you consider yourself as a chef also? Chef
You know what?
owner? Or do you have sous chefs that work for you?
No, I am the chef.
Yes,
And I taught everybody, me
Yes.
and Franco taught everybody our recipes. Okay, I still cook, especially when we're very busy. Okay, I mean, do I cook all the time? Obviously, no.
I'm gonna fly to be.
But I never
So I
backed.
can learn his
Yes,
secret.
I never backed away until I felt confident that they could do it. But
Right.
in season, I'm in that
Yeah,
kitchen
he's
for
jumped back
5,
there.
6
Right.
months, 3 days a week,
I know
you
you
know,
are.
and that doesn't bother me. It's still a baby, it's still
I'm
growing.
sneaking in there. so I
Anytime,
can see
and it's
these
still growing.
secrets.
And like I said, I just want to thank the both of you.
You're not gonna do a white t-shirt rolled up, are you?
No, I do a black t-shirt.
Okay.
Right here. It says Rinos. Rinos. How's that? Rinos of Boca.
How we do it? Just for
And
We have 4 minutes.
Oh, great.
You're gonna sing
Oh,
Yes, I will. I'll finish up with a little
we
one.
have
But maybe-
to.
because this is gonna go on TikTok.
Well, again, I want to thank you
No, we
Thank
want
you
to
very,
thank
very much.
you.
very,
Love
very
you,
much.
Reno.
Pleasure to meet you.
We're big
We
fans.
love you too.
Taking time out, getting us a nice plug
Mhm.
that we well
We
deserve,
appreciate that.
Yes.
Do.
and give us the opportunity to reach out to people that maybe have not heard of us.
Right.
And please come in, ask for Reno or Danny. We'll accommodate you as best as we can.
You won't be sorry.
Thank you. And
Thank you.
Mr. Ferolino, Mr. Cohn, I want to thank you very, very much on live, whatever you call this. What is this live?
Eat and
Critique
critique.
show.
Eat and critique. No, I know what the show is, but feed, live feed.
Podcast,
Thank you very
TV,
much.
radio,
We all
everythty.
thank you.
Yes. And
All right,
my
Reno,
way, we got
let's
this.
end it with the.
Regrets. I have a few, but then again, too few to mention. I did what I had to do. I saw it through without exemption. To think a kid from Brooklyn could do all that, and may I say, not in a shy way. Now I'll do a little Elvis. Oh no, not me. I always did it Reno's way. Oh, what is a man? What has he got? If not himself, then he has not to say the things he truly feels. And at the word of one who kneels, let the record show this kid took all the blows and did it Reno's way.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. God bless. God bless all of you.
Now tonight, if you're watching the game, he's gonna be the guy
Banging on
banging
the
on
glass.
the glass.
I'll be on the glass at about 8:15 tonight. All right, where the Panthers shoot twice.
See you next week. Thank
Thank
you
you.
for listening.
Thank you,
Good
sir.
Bye-bye. And
night.
Sylvester. Yo, Adrian.
Thank you. See you next week.
You're gonna be gone all summer.
No, I'm coming back the 15th. I'll be amazing.
You've been listening to the Eaton Critique Show with your hosts, award-winning restaurant critics Steve-O and Sophia, brought to you by Incontro Italian Cuisine and Steakhouse, located in Coral Springs on the Walk. Be sure to join us again next week as Steve-O and Sophia interview top local restaurant owners and chefs. Steve-O and Sophia are known for their pure honesty when it comes to reviewing local restaurants. See you next week.
Just make sure that.
She's so well
that's one.